A race car goes airborne. Flips once, twice, 3 times. It hits the fence. And then silence. That was Ty Gibbs, March 13th, 2026. Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Dirt track. Now here's the part no one is talking about. This is not the first time. This is not a coincidence. And this is not just another crash clip going viral. This is a pattern. It's a dangerous one. And if Ty Gibbs doesn't fix it, it could define his entire NASCAR career. Welcome to Racecar Nation Report. Stay with me. This story goes deep. The Las Vegas dirt curse, Ty Gibbs' biggest problem before we go any further. If you are new here, welcome. Racecar Nation Report is where we go beyond the headlines. We don't just tell you what happened, we tell you why it happened. And what happens next. Hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on notifications. Because this channel covers NASCAR, sprint cars, dirt track, all of it, with the depth you deserve as a real racing fan. Now let's get into it. Let me take you back to Thursday night, March 13th, 2026. Las Vegas Motor Speedway. But not the big oval. The dirt track, the small one, the dangerous one, outside the main speedway. It was the opening night of the 2026 High Limit racing season. High Limit is a sprint car series owned by Kyle Larson. Yes, that Kyle Larson. The same guy who is the best dirt racer in NASCAR history. Ty Gibbs was there to compete. He was driving the No. 84 car for CB Industries, a 410-winged sprint car. This is not a stock car. This is not a NASCAR Cup machine. This is a completely different beast. Sprint cars run on dirt. They are lightweight. They are loud. They are fast. And they are unforgiving. Gibbs started the heat race from pole position. He had a chance to qualify for the main feature. He was running fourth, battling hard, looking for a spot. Then it happened. Section 4? The crash breakdown. Gibbs was on the outside. He had a big run going into turn 2. He came up on Corey Day, a regular NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series driver. Now Corey Day got loose. The track was super slick on the inside. Day's car went sideways fast. Gibbs had nowhere to go. He was already committed, already on the outside line. His front end dug in. He climbed up and over Day's rider wheel, and from there, physics took over. The No. 84 went up on its side. Then it rolled. Multiple times. At the exit of turn 2, the car slammed into the catch fence and came to rest. Upside down, safety crews ran to the car, and then Ty Gibbs crawled out. By himself, on his own 2 feet. He walked away. Now here is what Gibbs said immediately after the crash. I am going to quote him directly so you get the full picture, he told Flow Racing. Yeah, I'm fine. I think Corey just got super loose there. The track was super slick on the inside. I had a huge run. I was already committed to running around the top. Should have been a little bit more careful. But I didn't. It is what it is. That right there? That is a driver who knows exactly what happened. He's not blaming Corey Day. He is not making excuses. He is pointing the finger at himself. I should have been more careful. That sentence matters. And we will come back to it. Section 5, the pattern nature when it's talking about now. Here is where this story gets really interesting. Other channels will show you the crash and move on. But at Racecar Nation Report, we ask the question, why does this keep happening? Because this is not the first time. Last year, same track, same event, same dirt track at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Ty Gibbs flipped in his debut appearance in the High Limit Series. He crashed in the A-Man. He was new to the series. People gave him a pass. They said, he is learning. Give him time. But now, in 2026, he flipped again. Same track, same series. Different year. 2 crashes, 2 flips. Same location. That is not bad luck. That is a pattern. Las Vegas dirt is brutal. The surface gets incredibly slick at night. The track changes lap by lap. What works in qualifying does not work in the heat race. And what works in the heat race does not work in the feature. Sprint car veterans know this. Guys like Kyle Larson read the track like a language. Larson won the feature that same night. He charged from 5th. He passed the leader with 8 laps to go. He won by 0.096 seconds. While Gibbs was being cut out of a wrecked car, Larson was in victory lane. That contrast tells you everything. Section 6. Ty Gibbs. Who is he, and why does this matter? Background. Context building tone now. Some of you might be asking, why should I care about a sprint car crash when we are talking about a NASCAR Cup Series driver? Great question. Here's why. Ty Gibbs is 23 years old. He drives the No. 54 Toyota 4 Joe Gibbs Racing. Yes, he's the grandson of Joe Gibbs. The legendary coach and team owner, he has been racing full-time in the Cup Series for 3 years now. And in those 3 years, he has not won a single Cup race. Not one. Heading into 2026, he sits 15th in the standings. He has 101 points after 4 races. His average finish is 17th. But here's the positive side. He finished 4th at Circuit of the Americas. He finished 4th at Phoenix Raceway. Back-to-back top 5s. That is momentum. That is progress. So why is he doing sprint car races at all? Because drivers like Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, and Josh Berry, they use dirt track racing to sharpen their instincts. It builds car feel, builds racecraft. Sprint cars are raw, wild, no traction control, no driver aids. It is pure driving skill. The idea is simple. Get better on dirt, get better on pavement. But here is the problem for Ty Gibbs. He keeps crashing. And every crash on dirt raises the same question. Is the risk worth it? Section 7. The real risk. NASCAR politics and pressure, opinion-driven, passionate tone. Let me be real with you for a second. Ty Gibbs carries a weight that most drivers do not have. His last name is Gibbs. His grandfather built one of the most powerful teams in NASCAR history. Tony Stewart won with Joe Gibbs Racing. Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr. champions. All of them. And now the youngest, Gibbs, is trying to prove he belongs. Not because of his name, but in spite of it. Every time Gibbs crashes, the critics come out. Every time a video goes viral, the comments are ruthless. Some fans say he should not be in Cup at all. Some say he only has the ride because of his grandfather. And now this sprint car crash has given the critics even more fuel. But here's my take. Crashing in a sprint car does not mean you are a bad driver. It means you are brave enough to keep racing outside your comfort zone. Kyle Busch crashed in dirt races too. Dale Earnhardt Jr. crashed in all kinds of cars. Every champion has a history of wrecks. That is part of racing. What matters is what you do after the crash. Gibbs said he still planned to come back the next night. Friday. Same track. Same dirt. He did not hide. He did not quit. That tells me something about his character. Section 8. What happens next? The real story. So where does Ty Gibbs go from here? Number 1. NASCAR Las Vegas this weekend. Just days after this crash, Gibbs is expected to strap into his No. 54 Toyota Camry and race in the NASCAR Cup Series at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The Joe Gibbs Racing team confirmed he is physically fit to compete. No injuries from the sprint car crash. He walks away clean. And honestly, it might be the best thing for him. Get back in the car. Go fast. Show everyone you are fine. Show everyone you belong. Number 2. His NASCAR Cup future. 2026 is a big year for Gibbs. He needs a win, not for the points, not for the stats, for the narrative. First career win silences every critic. A first win proves he is not just Joe Gibbs' grandson. He is a driver, a racer, a winner. He has the speed. Back-to-back 4ths at COTA and Phoenix prove that. He just needs to close the deal. Number 3, the sprint car question. After 2 flips at the same track in 2 years, will Gibbs keep doing sprint car races? My prediction? Yes, he is too competitive to stop. He loves dirt. He believes in the process, but he will need to be smarter. More patient, more calculated. He said it himself. I should have been more careful. That is a driver who is still learning. And that learning, that is his biggest asset. Section 9, the bigger picture. Sprint cars and NASCAR big picture. Educational tone before we wrap up. Let me give you some context. Sprint car racing is not new to NASCAR drivers. It has become a training ground for the Cup Series elite. Kyle Larson does it constantly. Christopher Bell came up through it. Brad Keselowski has done it. Even Jeff Gordon raced sprint cars early in his career. The high-limit racing series, specifically owned by Larson, has become the go-to event for NASCAR stars to stay sharp. But it comes with risk. Serious risk. Or no traction control. No driver aids. Wing cars on a clay surface. One small mistake, and you are in the fence. We saw that with Ty Gibbs, and we will see it again with other drivers. That is the price of staying sharp on dirt. The question for every NASCAR driver is the reward greater than the risk? For Kyle Larson, clearly yes. For Ty Gibbs, time will tell. Here's the bottom line. Ty Gibbs crashed a sprint car in Las Vegas. He walked away. He showed character. He is ready for NASCAR this weekend, but the story does not end there. The Las Vegas dirt has claimed him twice. The pressure on him in Cup is real. The critics are loud, and the only answer to all of it is to go win. If Ty Gibbs wins at Las Vegas Motor Speedway this weekend, in the NASCAR Cup Series right after this crash, that would be one of the greatest responses in recent NASCAR history. That is the story I want to see, and I will be watching. If you want to keep watching too, subscribe to Racecar Nation Report. Drop a comment below. Tell me, do you think Ty Gibbs can win his first Cup race this season? I read every single comment. I will see you in the next one. Let's go racing.